Alright, this is Unit 1, Lesson 3, and this is example number 2. If you watched the previous video, you would have seen one example of the type of question that students may come across when trying to work with variables and creating expressions for patterns. And this is a second example of the type of question students come across in their textbooks. So when students see a question like this, they will be asked to write an expression for the pattern that they see. And a lot of the students obviously see that the pattern increases by 1 each time. Unfortunately, when I go to ask them, well, what will the 365th term be then, they have a hard time finding the answer without adding 1 364 times or whatever it may be. So I'm just going to show you an actual quite simple way to write an expression and to find the expression for this pattern. So first of all, students, I would tell students to go ahead and label each of these terms with the term number. So 84 is the first term or first number that we see in this pattern, so we're going to call it term 1. 85 is the second term, so it's term 2 or T2. 86 is the third term, so it's T3. 87 ends up being our fourth term, so it's T4, and then 88 is our fifth term, so T5. And the student should tell you the reason we make our T's like this, okay, as opposed to that, is because it can often be mistaken as a plus sign. So we always want to add that little tail, if you would, on the end each time. So here, our variable here will be T, standing for term, and what the students need to do now is write an expression. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at T1, oopsie daisies, they'll look at T1, okay, and they're going to ask themselves, what am I going to add to T1, so to 1, to get to 84? And we know we're adding because our pattern is increasing, 84, 85, 86. So because our pattern is increasing, we know we're going to be adding each time. Okay? I'm actually going to move that screen back over a little bit, if it lets me. It's not going to let me. Okay, forget that. So we're going to ask, what can we add to 1 to get to 84? And the answer is we're going to add 83. Now technically it should work that we can add 83 each time. So I'm just going to put all of our plus 83s here. And I'm not going to do 88 just because it's kind of squished there. So let's go ahead and look and see. If we take our 2 and we plus 80, or we add 83 to it, we should get 85. If we take 3 and we add 83 to it, we get 86. If we take 4 and we add 83 to it, we get 87. So the expression that the students would write is T, so the term position, whether it's 1 through 5 million, whatever it may be, we add 83 to it, and that's what we'll get for our answer. So just as an example, if we were to use, or if they were to be asked to find the 365th term, they would fill in 365 for T, and then add 83 to it, and they would find their answer. So that's how you write an expression for an increasing pattern.